All right, so we got that all sorted out. And also just quickly look through the rule book to see if I could use a scrounge and use a resource point for some extra ammo for gear. And the rule book only states that it costs one resource point to get ammo equal to whatever it is here, and then it costs one loadout point as well for some extra ammunition. And it says that you can do this before the mission, but then I interpret this as also you purchase all these things before a mission as well. So I'm going to say we can get some extra ammo with the scrounge and also the supply drop. Again, we're going to need it soon, so I may just hold on to that for a little bit longer. Now, we've played the Light Woods, and what we need now is fortification card, and that is a sniper position, which isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So if we can get to a range of 1, it only has a cover of 2, and we can just blow the bejeebers out of it and get rid of that sniper. But again, that's only 2 points for the hostile, and we'll continue on the draws for the Light Woods. So we have Oboe, a half track, and we don't quite have the equipment. Let me see. The cover of 5. The cover of 3 at range 0 and cannot be moved after suffering 1 hit. Let's see. And it's 2, only needs a roll of 2 to hit something. Okay. Now we have 1 grenade left. 1 grenade left. That could blow it up. Probably. Oh, man. Well, hold on, we'll put this in, we'll just evade it. For 3 XP. That's 4, that's 6. So what's next? Oh dear. Okay. And an officer. And they're screened by 0 or 2, which they're screened by the sniper position, and officers are jerks. Because they can reinforce and they also inspire. Dang it. And they, for some reason, have a cover value of 4. So they're really stupid hard to hit. Ah. Okay, so who's targeting who? Let's see. Number 2. Number 3. And let's see about if we can get number 4. 6. Okay. Alright. Let's see. This is really hard. The table is not large enough to support all this. Let's see about getting some stuff done. We said we're going to try to outrun those guys. And what's the range 2 for... And this is all just a mess. What's the range 2? Or range 1, excuse me. Range 2. 8 or higher. And based on how we've been rolling, that's not gonna help out. Well, first things first, we'll use 1 action to remove the suppression from Wirtz from last turn. He has a movement of 3. The entrance cost is 2, so he can move for free with an action. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to move for free, so he's number 4. So 4. So he moved. And the next thing we're going to do is he's going to chuck his last grenade at the half track. Nope. We were going to evade the half track by spinning 4. Just a second here. Right. So 4 experience points. And we're going to just evade that half track. Slip around it. All right. Now because he's there. Cover 2, 1. All right. Let's use that last action instead of doing a grenade. We're going to see if we can take out the fortification. And we're going to just go full out. We get a +1 to ranged attack. So even, or nope, we need a 2 or higher. All right. Beat it, and we got the hit that we needed. Unfortunately, he also ran out of ammo yet again. So it takes, this sniper position takes 1 hit, but he charged it like a champ, and he took it out, and he earned his 2 experience points. So that fortification is down, and because this is specifically the fortifications, move the timer counter 1 space backward each time you eliminate a fortification hostile. So you just gain some time. Now all that's left is this officer in the second area, and we're gonna use this move out and upgun it so that any soldier may perform a move without spinning an action. Do that. Use 1 experience point to upgun it, and we're gonna have well, 2. He's gonna move 2. We're gonna move O'Neill. We're gonna move him up without spinning an action. Yeah, I think that's what it means with any. I don't think it means that all of them can perform it at once, because he really needs it. Doriot can spend 1 action to, let's go ahead and have him try to at least get 1 KIA on these guys up here. He's been doing pretty well, and he doesn't get it. And he'll spend the other action to move from our objective card to the light woods. That stinks. Number 6, our spotter. Oh man, this is really gonna stink. He's gonna try to take out those guys as well. And that's a miss. Or suppress, I should say. Purdy's gonna try next. And he gets 1 KA. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. And Purdy's gonna then move from here to here, and a discard is needed for him to move, since he doesn't meet the movement requirements to get into this entrance of 2. Patterson is going to kind of do the same thing, just gonna take a pot shot and see if something can happen. Penetration of 1. Doesn't get it. Doesn't get it, I think. What is up with all these rolls open 1? It is just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And we're gonna have him move to the next area. And I think everybody's out of actions, which sucks. You know, Neil really hasn't done anything. So why don't we do this? Why doesn't O'Neill use this move out for himself? Get this experience point back. He gets this for himself, and then can use this action to try to take out the officer, maybe. The way things have been going, hey, I think that does it. 7 at a range of 1. Yep, 7. 4 plus 1 penetration. Yep, he took out the officer. How come we couldn't do that with the... Okay, whatever. We got this out of the way. We're running away from these guys. They can't move because they're all suppressed. I think we're going to be able to outrun them. Yeah. Right. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Anyway, he gets 3 experience points. 3 experience points. Now the dreaded reinforcement draw. For the hostile turn and for the light woods, we do have to draw for reinforcements for any soldier that is in the location. So in this case, anything that's above 2 for the reinforce is they're not gonna spawn. Riflemen. That's not terrible. So riflemen came to the front, and who are they trying to attack? Number 1. Okay. Okay. All right. Without further ado, let's go ahead and go to the attack step on number 1, and that is a miss, barely, but Patterson does get suppressed by the riflemen. That's it. They don't close range. These guys will remove the one suppress, and because he moved, his bipod is no longer deployed. And so yeah, we move the suppress counter, and then we advance the mission counter. So now we're at 14. All right. Man, we're gonna discard the warehouse. I don't like that location. Over here, we're gonna keep what he's got. So we'll draw it back up to our hand size. Cover me and move out again. All right, yeah, I think that's good. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He only gets 1. What is this? Another location? What's this location going to be? Ruins. Which is kind of nice. And we might, for our cargo drop, if time gets down too much, we can actually just use it to grab a map. And that'll give us more time. All right. Now the riflemen are here. Start of this turn, at the top of this turn. What I want to do first is get number 6 out of there. And so we're gonna do just that, but first he's gonna try to attempt an attack on those stragglers there. What does he get? 5-2. So he beats the cover, but doesn't get the 6 I was looking for, so they go back to suppress. So they're not gonna move this round, and then number 6 is gonna use his last action to move where the rest of the squad is, in the light woods. And who's gonna discard? We're gonna have discard 2 quiet, because those stragglers are gonna be in play for a while if we outrun them. It's gonna be interesting. Do we want? Because he probably could. He probably could. So we're going to use 1 action to have him deploy his bipod. I really heavily use the spray ability for... I really need at least 1 person to have a weapon with a spray ability. They're the backbone of my composition a lot of times, so let's see what we get. He's going to lay down the law. So he gets a +1 for his riflemen. And he only gets 1 hit, but then 2 are suppressed, which isn't bad. 1 hit. Let's grab 2 suppression markers, and that works. Not in the way that I would want, but it works. Wirtz is gonna use his last action to reload or first action to reload. Purdy's gonna use one action to attack the riflemen. Let's see if we can take them out. They're not the hardest enemy to defeat. He doesn't get it. He gets to defeat cover, but they're all suppressed anyway. We're gonna use his last action to try again. And again, beat the cover, but didn't get what he needed. Which is, I guess, okay. It's not okay. All right. What do we have? Dorian? See if you can deal some damage. No. Yeah, he's got no skills. One more action. Just need one. I mean, just, you know, one. Very good. That's turned into KA. That's just about everybody, though. Wirtz is going to use one action to do kind of a semi-auto attack on those guys. See what we get. 1 and a 3. No good. Remember, he's going to use his last action to try again. Semi-auto. 2 and a 7. He needs, I think, an 8. Actually, wow, that actually works. Because he gets 1 to range 0 attacks and 1 to defeat cover rolls. That's perfect. So he gets a 3 on the defeat cover and an 8 on his attack roll. So actually he eliminated those riflemen. It took him forever, and now he's finally figured out that he doesn't have to spray everything all the time to hit something. So we just had to have him use precise attacks. Okay, then these guys will go away. Rifleman. Number 1, he's going to use one action to try to fire on these guys. We need a roll of 8 or higher, actually, for it to hit. Yeah, oh my gosh, and somehow he got it. So that's another KIA. All right. And he hasn't really done any, or like had to reload. All right. He can try to... The only thing is we wouldn't have any way to intervene if we played another location card, so may have played that, didn't play that too smart. Yeah, it's not good. Probably gonna have to scrub. Yeah, we may have to scrub. If we do flanking attack, he might be able to move into the ruins. The ruins have an interest cost of 2, so we should be able to waltz right in. Ah well. We're just gonna use one action. We're just gonna see if we can. Oh, wrong dice. We're gonna see if we can get them off the board. So, roll a 2 or higher on the thing, and okay. We got a roll of 2. And what's the reload on this? Dang it, 2. Alright. So now he has to reload. Right, next reinforcement draw for the enemies. It's an elite card. Oh boy. Who do we have? It's a 3, which is higher than the 2, so no reinforcement. Woo! But we have another elite card coming up. We'll see what happens there. So no attack. They don't close range, but they do remove a suppression. Suppress removed. And move the timer back to 13. We really need to start moving. And we need to get in gear. Right, so we're just trying to get all the actions. Flip back over. And we begin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't really want to use anything. Okay, so let's spend one action to play the ruins. And we get a hostile force draw of 5, along with whatever this is going to be. So this is a machine gun post with a 2, so only a 3 or whatever. What do we got? Here it is. There's the tank. All right, and to evade that, it is 6. So, sorry, 2. And this is targeting number 5. And we really don't have anything that can that can handle it. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see about what we are going to do. All right, yeah, so we'll scrounge up our experience points. It's 3, 5, and 6. We spent 6 experience points to just maneuver around the tank. It misses us. It doesn't know that we're there. And that's all that's left is a machine gun post. All right. What action to play? We can. We're gonna have O'Neill use the move out, and O'Neill is gonna pack up his my pod here. It's no longer deployed. It's a movement cost of entrance cost of 2. Okay, so yeah, he's got the boots. He doesn't have to. I can't remember what I'm trying to say. He doesn't have to pay anything. We're gonna have Wart's move, number 4, and we're also gonna have him attempt. Nope. Where is it? We're gonna have him play extra magazine and upgun it to any soldier, which would be him to basically gain 1 ammo. All right, that works. That works. And action to move. Now we're gonna spin that action to. We're gonna go full auto because we now have another magazine. Watches. He's gonna have to reload again. What do we need? So at a range 0, it's a cover of 2. Penetration of 1. All right. And it's immobile. All right. Let's do this. Good results. Oops, this one was an 8. You saw that. All right. So he beat the cover roll, and with his Tommy, he was able. Now again, because he does not have the spray ability, he only inflicts 1 EKIA, even though he's got 2 that have made his hit rolls of 8. We just needed 1. We just increased our odds is all. All right. So that's good. That's really good. Let's do this. We're going to do a flanking attack with a covert of 2, so we're going to discard the farm location, and we're going to discard the suppress card because we haven't used it since we got it. And Patterson is going to move freely and attack without having to spend an action. But he will have to spend an action first of all to reload. So maybe he did have to spend 1. Okay, what do we get? Ooh, beat the cover of a 4, and range 0 is a 7. That's all that's needed. He got a 7. He took out the fortification like a boss. So that goes away. He gets 2 experience points for that, and the timer moves from, I think it was 13 back to 14. 2 experience points, right? Yep. 2 experience points. All right, he's cleared that out. Now we can start having everybody start moving. So number 3, he can move freely. He doesn't have to spend the entrance cost, and we get a small reprieve. Yes, so we 5 and 6 will move, and we have to discard because they don't meet the requirements. So we're gonna discard draw fire because we haven't used that yet. Want to keep trailblazing and scrounge and cover me. Ooh. I don't want to discard the 8 station because we could probably use it. I'll discard the cover me because we're gonna need that scrounge here to get everybody some ammunition. I'm gonna stop saying that. All right, now that we can perform their moves. And again, they can't see through the woods to see stragglers back here. Well, they can start moving this turn because I think maybe we have to wait till all the suppressions are gone, so we might really outrun them. All right, so it's the hostile turn. No reinforcement draw, as you can see, which is great. Or maybe no, we might still be at 13. I think we're supposed to move it to 12 and then 13. I can't remember. We're just gonna play it this way. All right. Now we are really close to our objective. We are really close. Right? We can taste it. We're almost to friendly lines. Right? Great. And we'll be back with that portion because I'm gonna check. Now I can't remember the rule I was trying to check. Trailblazing, not the move actions, because we can probably use an action to play the regular woods card and get a nice little break here. Yeah. I think that wasn't what I was trying to do. And did I draw? I don't think I did. I'll have to draw it on the next one. I'm sorry. I totally forgot to. I think I needed to draw the enemy lines card for this turn. I forgot. It's too late now. Okay. Now, what I was thinking was just trying to play this location card, thinking about playing this location card, and then moving him into it and deploying his bipod. He'll be out of action for 1 turn, but everybody else has pretty much used something, and they all need to be at range 0 in order to do just anything. So we may just have to take a small break here, reconsolidate, reorganize before our next move. So we're gonna do that. No, right? No reinforcement. Nothing. None of that. No. Oh yeah, I gotta check the rulebook to see if they close range. So we'll be back. All right. So I forgot that I needed to expend an action here to remove the suppress in order for Patterson to move. So we'll get that corrected now. Also, in the rules, if they have any suppression, they cannot move until all of them are gone. And the plan is gonna work to basically outrun them. And also as well, I'm not going to do anything here. We're just going to go to the hostile turn, which there's no reinforcement draw for this location. They don't attack, they can't close range, and they remove 1 suppression counter. And we advance the timer. And because we advance the timer, now we're at the start of the new game, so we can start getting back into what we're supposed to be doing each time. All right. And this time it's a sniper behind enemy lines. We can pay 2 XP or down any 1 soldier. And we will gladly pay the 2 XP to avoid that. Man, these airborne troops just can't catch a break, I guess. All right. We'll go ahead and get everybody's actions back together. That's 1 action here and 1 action there. And both of Patterson's actions are back. Okay, now that we're ready for this turn to begin, actually no, we need to draw back up to our hand size. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another location, 6. So let's go ahead and let's grab this, grab a location, and it is crops, which is okay, but it adds 1 to the entrance cost for each hostile that's in it. And for potential of 6, that can hold us up a bit, but we'll see. All right, now to get O'Neill up to a lot of steady aims in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7, I think, is a location. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and discard this, pull location. What does he get? A lane, which helps our time, but also the reinforcement draw. Yeah, it's okay. It's an okay reinforcement draw if we can get in and get out. Now, what I wanted to play next for the location was the woods. Here, our hostile draw would still be about 8. What do you call? Ah, dear. I'm losing it. It'll be about 8, and we have the mortar support, so we could probably use mortar support with that. Now we're going to play the woods, and we're going to use an action to do that. And now we draw for hostiles. 8 experience points worth. So we're already at 3 with reinforcing. Oh boy, we all know how those go. Reinforcing, ambushers. So we're at 5. 6 for the another an elite reinforcing. Oh man, that sucks. And then I don't even know where we're at now. We are at 5, 6, 7. So riflemen and more reinforcing. Lovely. Lovely. Now the ambushers, they should be the frontmost, which are these guys. That's where they should generate. I forgot to do that. No, didn't have to do that on the last one. Alright. Nobody really... I mean, what kind of hogwash is this? Let's go ahead and draw. So 3. And we'll pay the 1 XP later. 3 again. 5 again. 3 and 5. It's not your day. Okay. Dropped it. Let's see who this to. Alright, let's pay the 1 XP so that nobody gets suppressed. Right. Oh yeah, I meant to spend an action last turn. We're just going to do that. Because you have 2 free actions to deploy the bipod. Nope. I said I was going to move him and then deploy the bipod the last turn, so I don't know what I'm thinking. Now the entrance cost is 2. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to move O'Neill from here to the woods. But he can't deploy his bipod, which really stinks. Let's see, didn't somebody have an advance or something? Nope, 3 steady aims though. Mortar support. We'll have him also play the Trailblazing to remove 2 from the cost of this, the entrance cost, so anybody can just enter. Let's see, what do we have? Advance of sacrifice. Well, actually, let's trade cards. We'll try to do this. Oh man, I'm so out of order. We're gonna do trade cards, and then we're gonna do the mortar support on 4, 5, 6 on the elite reinforcing. They don't give much, and it's a support of 4, so we're gonna discard. Oh man, so we're gonna have to discard these 4 cards, I think. Or, nah, we're going to save. We're going to save the scrounge and discard the aid station. But discard the aid station. And what do we get with the mortar? So attack a hostile card. Yeah, no XP for destroying them. So penetration of 2, 6 rolls, hit a 7 on the elite reinforcing. So even if we get a roll of 1, we should be okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do the roll. What do we get? 5, 9, 2, and a 6. So that would be 1 KIA. 3 suppress so far. And the explosion is, what is that? 6 rolls, right? So 3 more. Come on, big money. Big money, big money, big money. Nope. That's all. That was kind of a bust, and then we can pay 4 XP to retain that, but we don't have enough. Well, alright, so in like fashion, I forgot for the fortification draw. And this is a command center for 5 experience points. What are we gonna do? We'll just swap out a few of the experience points. What are we gonna swap out though? Since I've already attacked with elite reinforcing, we'll keep them as much as it's detrimental to myself. But we will replace this reinforcing squad and the ambushers, and we'll have to redraw those counters. So this reinforcing squad, these ambushers, I'll get my experience point back. Experience point back. And then this will slide in here. Totally forgot. Well, at least I know what the last one is, and that's the Minefield. Alright. There, so number 2, which is bad. Okay. What is there need to do? Right. So really what we need to do is we need to get rid of the door, which is 2 hits. Then we get to the interior. That's where satchel charges come into play. And we need to take care of that as quickly as possible. And so because we did the trailblazing, everybody can basically move into it without spending any points. And since that's the case, we'll already commit 5 and 6 to move. You're gonna spend 1, they're gonna spend 1. 5 and 6 will join here. We are gonna need to have number 1 move as well. And I keep forgetting that the leadership skill adds 1 movement to all soldiers, so I didn't even have to discard for those guys. Alright, now that 1 is here, we'll wait to use the satchel charge for now. And I can't believe we have 2 reinforcing squads in here. It's ridiculous. And why did... oh, right. To spend the action. And number 4, Wirtz, he's gonna move. And then number 3 is gonna move as well. Everybody's in the same spot. And I don't know... we'll have Doriot use his carbine real quick. On I didn't even specify who I was attacking. We'll do a reinforcing crew. And again, didn't beat the cover, but beat. We'll have the attack roll, so that's a suppress for them. All right. I have no idea what I want to do. We have 1 grenade. penetration of 1, cover of 5, both sides of +3. So that's a +3 on the attack roll. We'll wait. Because the satchel is actually what's gonna... Nope. I'm gonna save... No, we can actually get another satchel charge for the emplacement. So what are we gonna do next? Alright, so Spider's gone. And no remnants of guts on the board. Back to it. We're gonna expend... Use an action here to expend 1, or the satchel charge here for the command center. That has an explosion of 2 with a +5 to attack and penetration rolls. And the +3 size gives us a +3 on the roll as well. So total that's a +8. And we need an 8 to blow the door open. And there we go, you got it. So 2 hits. The door is now open. I don't have a counter to do that. And who do we want to go into the interior? We'll try Purdy first. We'll see if he can get a hit. 4 and a 9, so that's should be a hit. Yes. That's 1 hit of the command center. And then lastly we're gonna have Moffat try. And he gets a 4, so that is... Nope. But it does get at least 1 suppress on it. And we won't worry about that. Next up, we'll have... Oh, what's his name? Goodness. Wirtz again. Try to expend this grenade on the reinforcing guys here. See if we can make something happen. It's penetration of 1. And +1 to each roll. Alright. So we got a 4. That beats the cover with an 8 and a 10. That's 2 more KIAs. And what's the explosion of 4? So we get 1 more roll. 7 or higher. 7 or higher. And that's a 5. So that's a +1. That's all we can do. So that's done. That's not ideal at all. And lastly, we'll have O'Neill try to get the last one. So he doesn't have the spray ability, but he does get a good roll. So that's one for that one. Get rid of this. And he ends up getting only 1 experience point for that. Alright. But now we have to deal with all this. And also this, because it has a reinforce of 0 to 2. But I don't know if that would even count since they're all suppressed anyway. We'll just say no. Okay, so next will be the hostile turn. So that'll be the reinforcement draw first. And the reinforcement draw is a 1. So that'll be reserves. Be added to this card. And they are attacking number 5. Number 5 seems to be the popular number. Alright. What's next? They're not going to reinforce, they're suppressed. They're going to then press their attack. So we'll go from bottom to top, starting with the reinforcing at the bottom. Let's see. So you got a pull a 4 and then a 2, and that's on number 3. Where's that? Doriot. His cover is a 3, so he gets 1 suppress. Next up is number 3 again. Cool boy. So that is a 9 and a 5, so that's a defeat cover and a defeat roll. And that would be 1 wound, unless, nope, nobody can save him. Doric gets hit, and now he's down to 1 action until it gets healed. We may... It will probably use the aid station a little early to remove that. All right, next is number 5, and number 5 is doing okay. So what does number 5 get? 4 and a 1. That's a suppress. So it could have been worse. Then it's remove the suppress counters. And the last one for the stragglers. Ah well. Alright, and then we advance the time counter to 11 turns left. And we'll draw back up to our size. So we get 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it's 7 still. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we got some sniper support. That's where we want to hit. And we got the perfect targets for that. Alright, on to the next turn. Alright, so again, we're on to the next turn. And nope, we're not drawing this. We are drawing enemy lines. This one is bad intel. Move the objective card 1 location beyond its current location and gain 2 XP. Ignore if any soldiers are in the objective card. Okay, so I wouldn't even know how to begin with this. Like, all locations move, all objectives move, or is it just the one that we're gunning for? Because it's singular. It is very singular, so we're just gonna... Oh, man, okay. So first of all, we're gonna gain these 2 XP, and we're gonna move this one over here. Because again, I'm just staying real literal. One objective beyond its current location. Should have moved into it, and then, well, we'll move the other one back, but whatever. Okay. So let's grab our actions. Grab the actions. I forgot he's only got 1. This is turning out to be a little more ridiculous than what I thought. Okay. Now that we're back up and running, let's go ahead and use Wirtz, his M1A1 here, and try to take out this this command center. Full auto, +1 on each roll. Well, that's a 6, I think. 3, and then of course 1, which means runs out of ammo. I'm gonna spend 1 action to reload, and this gains 1 suppress. Stupid. Okay. Now we're gonna use our sniper support here with O'Neill's hand. So we can attack a hostile card with a value of 0-1 and inflict 1 hit. No XP, and to retain is 2 XP. But it's a support of 2, so we'll go ahead and discard. Yeah, kicking the door is kind of late. So we're just gonna discard these 2 for sniper support to inflict 1 hit on the reserves, because if we don't get the reinforcements down here now, we're going to be in a world of hurt. We're going to use his 1 action to deploy his bipod to gain the spray ability, And then use his other action to hit the reinforcing guys here. His VAR has a penetration of 1. He's got, what do you call a rifleman skill. And so far it looks like it's only 1 hit on suppress. Here. Yep. Unsuppress. And he's got a 2. Okay, great. So he doesn't have to reload. That's always a plus. Alright, if that's the case, awesome. Go ahead and use 1 action to remove the suppress from Purdy. Use his remaining action to attempt to hit the reinforcing guys. And he only gets a suppress because he needs a roll of 6 or higher because of his... No, wait, he's only got 1 wound, so he's still... Okay, so a roll of 5, that does result in a KIA. There we go. Okay. Alright, and then 1 action with Moffat. Again, we're going to try to hit the reinforcing. They got to go. And they can't go. We're going to use his last remaining action to try again. And nothing. He can't pull it off. With Doria's only action that he has left, he's going to remove his suppress. Also, okay, great. I don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. At this point, I really don't. Advance. What do we got here? Foobar. Steady aim, and advance. Okay, well, let's use 1 steady aim. I suppose. Maybe we can get rid of the reinforcing guys, I don't know. But we use a steady aim, and we're going to use 1 experience point to upgun it to 4, a +4 on the roll. To the attack rolls, and yep, doesn't hit. Okay. This is ridiculous. Okay, we'll try again. Same guys, and there we have it. We got 1 more KIA on the reinforcing guys, but again, like, what's the use? Because they're gonna reinforce this upcoming turn, and it's gonna suck. We don't have the other extra magazine, so we can try with Wirtz to get that last one. Yeah. Let's go ahead and use Wirtz, his last action, and go full auto with the Tommy. Try to take him out. 7-2-0. This is a bummer. Let's see. I really wish that these attacks would be much better. Okay. Alright, so turns out I've been making this too hard on myself. I only have to meet the cover to beat it. I don't have to exceed the cover to beat it. Which sucks because we probably could have been moving a lot faster. Sorry to all those who are watching and been just banging their heads against the desk and the keyboard saying, you know, Scooter could have been killing these people all along and just doing the suppress. I'm sorry. I just been playing too many games that require you to always exceed and never equal in order to do what you need to do. Kind of like Cruel Necessity, which probably in the title probably is a cruel necessity. So in this case, he beats the cover, gets the 10, doesn't need to reload. So this, in effect, is done. The reinforcing guys, they're taken out, and this goes away. 3 experience points. 3 experience points for that, and what's his name? Warts gets that. He gets the 3 experience points there. Got those. I'm gonna play the Silver Bullet from Patterson's hand to basically get a at a range 0, a semi-auto, which that's what the M1 is, semi. Get a roll of 10 automatically, and then a defeat roll of 6. And we're really just going to take this command center out. Yeah, that goes away. This gets discarded, and he gets 5 experience points for doing that, which is a lot. Yeah, otherwise it would denote that he would get no XP. Alright, so 2, 4, and then 5. So we can start spending a lot of stuff to do other things. Now we can clean this up a little bit and make it look a little more pretty. Alright. Alright. So I think that's it for the turn. That's all we can do. That's all we can pull out to try and get done. And moving on to the reinforcement phase, reinforcement draw. So here we go. Reinforcement. Recruits, they get added because it's a 1 experience point. We can't just seem to get a break. Number 6. He hasn't been hit. Alright, now time for all the enemy attacks to go through. So the rifleman is targeting number 3, and hopefully he won't be downed. So that is a 2 and a 1, and his cover is a 3, so they got below. Nothing happens. Great. Next is the reserves, targeting number 5, a 1 and a 3. Number 5, so they beat his cover of 1, and a 3 does nothing, so he gets 1 suppress. So he's kind of pinned down, ducking down. Next one, number 6, roll of a 2 and a 3. Yeah, they beat his cover of 2, and that results in a suppress on him as well. Right, that's it for the hostile turn. Nobody is suppressed, so no suppression counters are moved. We got rid of the fortification, so we move the timer backward 1, and then now it's the end of the turn. Goes back to here, and we draw another enemy lines card. This one is Can't Wait for Him. Down a soldier or move the timer counter space forward and gain 2 XP. Why are all these cards insisting on downing a soldier? For real. And we gain 2 XP. So again, we're going to gain an additional XP for Anderson, because he's our squad leader in all this mess that we've got ourselves into. And what in the world? Quite ridiculous. Well, I guess it does kind of, I guess you could say simulate in a way, the difficulty of these airborne missions. All right, so he's got 4, and we're actually gonna play Fubar because hostile card was placed in Patterson's area. So we're going to play Fubar and get a 3rd action for this turn. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get this draw. And 3. And then 1, prepare to fire. 2 and 3, which is location. And we'll grab a location. Let's see what this is. Marsh. Which actually, never mind. That can slow us down, so we'll see what happens if we decide to use that or not. Alright, okay. So, what are we gonna do on this turn? Lots of things gotta happen. Lots of things gotta happen. So for us to continue on, we are going to first use Prepared Fire for O'Neill to basically treat all of his defeat cover rolls as a 6. And we're going to have him use his first action to fire on the rifleman. And hopefully he can just down all 3 of them and be on our way. And it looks like we only get 1 hit out of that. 1 hit, 1 suppress. Alright, so 1 suppress, 1 KIA. And he's a roll of 7 or higher. And we're going to use the second action to try again. So that would be 2 more, which that's all he needs for that. Great, he gets 1 experience point. Huzzah. Oh, actually, he's already got the 1 here, so we'll flip that over. Okay, these riflemen, they're done for. I don't know why we got all these 1 XP guys generating. Alright. So now it's down to these 2. We're gonna try to use Purdy. He's been doing really well. I find that the squaddies or the squad guys that we have usually, and he's failing me now, that they usually have, will use his last action, do better. They do a lot better than the main guys. But in this case, he's slacking. Actually, no, we can only attack once to remove the suppression, so that doesn't count. This action, remove their suppression. We won't do anything yet. Well. Actually, this is what we're going to do next. We are going to use walk it off and upgun it to any soldier. And we're going to have Doriat remove his 1 wound and get his action back. Since he has his action back, we're now going to try to use him, 1 action, to try and just get rid of these reserves here. That is the plan. And he totally does. 5 and a 7. And then he gets 1 experience point for that. Alright. Alright, and then where was he here? Doriat. And these reserves are done for. These guys are the ones that are left. We'll get rid of this prepared fire. That doesn't quite count anymore. Right. Then we'll also use Doriat again. Looks like he's on fire. And let's see. Nope, not even close. All right. Next we'll have Patterson go next, and he's going to do steady aim and upgun that to a +4 on his attack rolls. Upgun that, and we're going to use his first action to fire, and pretty much all of his cover rolls are going to beat it. So 4 + 4 should be 8, and that's more than enough that we need. That's EKA, and then we use an action again. And 5 + 4, which is again another EKA, and that gets rid of this rifleman. And he gets his experience point back. And this will go away because there's nobody to attack now. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Ranged attack. Oh wait. I think I did that wrong. Oh well, too late. Been doing too many things wrong now already. Oh boy. I'm sure we'll hear about it on the comments. It was just supposed to be quick and easy, but this is already like day 2 or 3 of me trying to get through this mission. So I just really want to get this done. Sorry. Oh dear. All right. Now, I want to use the lane next to move the timer back. But once the lane goes into effect, we'll immediately generate 7 experience points worth of soldiers. So I may... Well, Words hasn't done anything yet, so we might be able to just move him to range 0. And also move Moffat to range 0 as well. And see about just trying to outrun. Speaking of outrun, these guys now, oops, these guys should have moved to space. And they can only attack at range 0, so we're gonna start trying to outrun. Alright, we're going to play the lane location. No, we're not, because I know the last one, the last fortification that we're gonna encounter is a minefield. And we want the mine detector up so we can remove that and not suffer any ill effects. So we're gonna just end it there. We're gonna do the reinforcement draw, and this is Sturmtruppen. And since it's a 2, they don't actually generate, so my gamble paid off. Nothing happens. Well, they move 1, these guys move, they close the range, and then this goes down to 9. And we then draw another 1. Okay, so an encircling force, play location card this turn or down any 1 soldier. Okay, so as you can see, people are catching up, soldiers are catching up, and we gotta keep moving, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna pay an XP to play the lane card and move the timer backward 1, basically because now we have a straight shot to to our objective to get a brief break. All right. Now that we played that, this then generates, and as I said, I knew it was going to be a minefield, and we just need to clear that before we can move into it, obviously. And now we're going to generate our forces. So Grenadier, which adds nothing, and we're going up to 7. Another Grenadier, which again adds nothing. Great. Ambushers, which generate here. So that's 2, 4. Stragglers, they go to rearmost, so here. And so that's 4, 5. All right, and then this vehicle has a reinforce of 0 to 3. Come on. And we're gonna pay the XP to not have anybody be suppressed for... Oh man. The ambushes. Okay, let's get everything in order. Didn't even take this extra action, but this goes away, that extra action goes away. Let's go ahead and get our draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we get 1. I'm gonna discard the hand signals. All right. And okay, so they can do a reload without spending an action. And then we get 3 more draws, so another location, a move out, and an open hatch, which check against a vehicle, add 3 to 5 attack. Okay, so we can really utilize that. We can do something with that. Okay. All right. So now I got that draw up. Minefield doesn't really target anybody. Grenadiers. Okay, so we have a slight chance with the Grenadiers. We can probably just leave them be on turn 1. Depends on who we send. There. Might have to send number 1 there. Because yeah, the truck does actually do some damage. All right. Your location. What's the location that we drew? Ford. Which we might use the Ford. All right. Here's the situation. And it's not looking pretty. Okay, let's get started, I suppose. Dang it. We're low on ammo. All sorts of things are going just terrible. Okay, this is what we're gonna try to do. Let's see. All right, so let's go ahead and first of all, since the minefield was laid down, we're gonna try to do them to detect the minefield and get through it safely. So we need to roll a 7 or higher. That doesn't work. I don't know. We really need that. So we use another action to try to detect the minefield. Last action for O'Neill to try to detect the minefield. How do I get like three times? How's that possible? Statistically. Okay. So we can't move, and so I just wasted 2 actions with a guy who can really mow down some guys and get things done. Dang it. Okay. We're not going to focus on the ambushers because Patterson has something that'll negate the attack, that initial attack. Right. Now we can potentially move in the minefield, but if we get a roll of 9 or higher, that's what I'm thinking about. That could spell some trouble. Which is why I want to remove it. Okay, let's just start doing some attacks here. Let's use Purdy, at least 1 action. We're gonna try to hit the stragglers there. And that's a suppress on the stragglers. Okay. We're gonna have Moffat try. And actually he gets 1 KA on these guys. On stragglers. Number 1. Heck, I don't know. We're gonna have Doriot use 1 action to hit the ambushers, and he gets 1 KA, which is really good. And we're gonna have him do that again. Same guys, ambushers. Try to take them out. 2, and then 0. What's the ambushers? And it doesn't have a penetration, right? No penetration value. So that would just be a suppress. They didn't beat the cover roll. Alrighty. And I've noticed that these last 2 rolls were 10s, and that would have been bad if we just went ahead and moved. Somebody would have died. Now let's do this again with Purdy. We'll have him try to hit the stragglers. And Purdy gets it. Yep, 5. So it's another EKA. Right, we're gonna have, I don't know. Not yet. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, so Wirtz, what you got? Let's try to take out those ambushers first. So he's gonna have to reload, but he does hit an ambusher. That's 1 EKA. He runs out of ammo, and that's it. He has nothing. So what are we going to do? We're going to use the scrounge here to get 3 resource points of gear to any soldiers in our location. So we're going to scrounge for that. And one of those resource points is to completely refill. Scrounge around. Maybe there's a battle or something that they came into because they're getting really close to the area of Mook, where the 504th is located. We're going to use 1 resource point for him to find a grenade, and also 1 resource point for Doriot to find 1 grenade. So at least we have something to work with. And for the scrounge, we discard 2, so we're going to discard the Ford, and we're going to discard the Advance. So that done. And for the supply drop, we're just going to use that to get another satchel charger 2 for the silence the gun. And that'll be that, and we'll pick it up. I really don't like the truck because it's almost guaranteed that they're going to reinforce something, and chances are it's going to be really awful. And I don't want that to happen. Yeah. Is that everybody's actions? No. All right, let's continue on. So we're going to use the action to basically reload and scrounge up for what he needs. And we're going to use his last action to try to hit the stragglers. I know he's got the beat cover roll done. He's going to be able to add 1 to all of his rolls, and there we go. He got 1 EKA on the stragglers, switching targets. So he's doing pretty good. Oh yeah, Patterson hasn't done anything yet, so I don't know why I say Patterson for last. So Patterson will try to hit the ambushers. Let's see what we come up with. 1 and a 10, so that's a suppress. That doesn't really count, which really stinks. If we had a roll of 2, something would have at least happened. And he doesn't have anything else that can help him in his shots. All right, 1 more time. 2 and a 6. Again, that's a suppress. He needs a roll of 7 or higher. He has nothing to modify his attack rolls. So that's how the odds go. Okay, so we're going to use should have done Moffat's. Actually, so you got a 6. Why don't we do that? We'll use Moffat to do the spotter and spot Patterson. That way he can get rid of the ambushers. We'll do that. And he gets 2 experience points for doing that. Oh dear. I don't even know where that landed. There it is. 2 experience points. Ambushers are gone. Those are the big threats. The next big threat is, or I should say, are the Grenadiers. They're gonna suck. All right. Okay. Now that everybody's used at least all their actions, we're gonna move on to the hostile phase, and Patterson's gonna play Overwatch, which we can play this at the start, and he's gonna upgun to any soldier, and that any soldier is going to be O'Neill. So we're gonna spend this 1 experience point to upgun. O'Neill is gonna take a shot at the truck because that's the next biggest threat, and he's gonna go full auto. He's also gonna upgun his own skill to add 2 to each of his rolls, to his attack rolls. Rifle and carbine. Does that count as a rifle? I don't know. It says rifle and carbine. This is a machine gun, so I'm gonna say no, can't do that. Dang. Dang, I guess I've been doing that wrong too. It would just make sense. That skill. Oh boy. So you got a defeat cover roll. We got a suppress. And we got at least 1k. So this truck does get 1 EKA. Now I can't move after suffering 1 hit and then also 1 suppress. Yeah, that's it. That's all we can really do. Next are the is the reinforcement draw. Oh, what do we get? Recruits, which it's a 0-1, and that's gonna target. They're gonna target number 6. And this reinforce of 0 to 3. What do we get? Stormtrooping. So they generate. Has a cover of 3 at range 0, and they're fearless, so they cannot be suppressed. Well, at least they're not going to attack this round. Right, next on to the attacks. The only ones that can attack are the recruits, the 1 stragglers, crew, and well, I guess the vehicle doesn't have attack values. That's it. All right. So stragglers first. They only have 1 guy left. We need like a really high roll. That's a 9. So woo, just barely missed. So that's a 9 with a cover of 2. Who are they? Number 3. That's nothing. They did nothing to him. Dorian's literally dodging bullets. Right. Recruits are next. Targeting number 6. They beat his cover, and they beat, I think. That's 2 wounds. On, what's it? Moffat. Right? Yeah, he's only got a cover of 2. Alright, 2 wounds. Everything's starting to crack, so he's downed. Okay. That's it. These stragglers then decide or then catch up to us, which is always nice. And grenadiers then also move here. And also the Sturmtruppen, they move. So everybody's in this location now. Let's see if we can start trying to get away. Alright, timer moves. We get another enemy lines. What is this one? Enemy force present. Discard a random location card held by soldiers. What is this? Enemy force present. So probably, let's say, what's his name? Patterson found a field to try to duck into, but enemy forces over there as well. So he's got 24. So it's those 2. Okay. All right. Let's. So another scrounge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Reloading and 7 sniper support, which we're really gonna need. All right. Suppressing counters are removed. And we move the turn. Right. Let's get our actions back in order here, so we can figure out what we want to do. All right, first things first, let's go ahead and use 1 action to try to heal Moffat. So we need a heal roll. Spend 1 action to expend 1 bandage. 1 bandage on Moffat. Try to get him back up and running. He's knocked out. And we've got the Corpsman, so it's add 2 to the rolls, and we're gonna upgun it and add 4 to the roll. Hopefully we get something good. So 3 plus 4 is a 7, and a 7 is a heal 2. So what do you know? We really needed it in the heat of battle, so he's healed. And he's back up. Wait. Just a flesh wound. Alright, let's now have O'Neill attempt to spot. And again, I'm going to use a different die because I've rolled 3 plenty of times. Okay, well, 4. That's stupid. Spend 1 more action. I really should have gave him the skill. Spent points to give him the skill. 6. On a 6, no effect. So it's still not working. Alright, let's go ahead and spin the sniper support. Discard 2. And we're going to take out a grenadier. Because they are really deadly. We're going to get rid of move out, and we're going to get rid of reloading. And we get no XP for that. Nope, we're going to take out the one that's targeting number 6. Alright. You know, Neil, you really suck with that one. Sad to say. Alright. Let's have Purdy use 1 action and try to take out the recruits here. See what we can get. 1 suppress. And 1 more. Let's try again. And a suppress. Right. Let's you try. He's gonna have to reload. Yep, doesn't get a hit, gets a suppress, so he has to reload and try again. What is it, a +1 to range rolls? 7? He needs an 8, so that's still just a suppress. Right. We have him try to take out a